Get ready for some mind-blowing mysteries. You might remember those enigmatic crop circles popping up globally. But no little green men here, just down-to-earth explanations: termites, micro-tornadoes, or even clever humans with sticks and ropes. We were still buzzing from that when another baffling phenomenon hit the ocean floor: thousands of perfect circular holes. Now we're stumped again. What could have created these underwater puzzles? Are they harmless or a warning sign for our planet? Let's dive in and find out. Imagine a secret garden hidden beneath the waves. Deep in the Pacific Ocean, off California's Big Sur coast, researchers at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute stumbled upon an astonishing underwater wonderland. Spanning an incredible 502 square miles, this enigmatic field features over 5,200 massive pits, each about 570, 4 feet wide and 16 feet deep, surrounded by smaller micro-depressions totaling around 15,000 holes. All perfectly circular and mystifyingly uniform, these unexplained anomalies have left scientists scratching their heads. But here's the kicker. We do know when they formed, but that's a secret for now. Buckle up, folks. We're about to take a thrilling journey through time. These mind-boggling holes were born approximately 400,000 years ago. That's long before our earliest human ancestors, Homo sapiens, even set foot on Earth. In fact, they existed for a whopping 100,000 years before the first humans roamed the planet. But here's what's even more astonishing. These massive pits have remained remarkably unchanged for at least 50,000 years, dating back to an era when the Americas were still uninhabited. Yes, you heard that right, no humans in California or anywhere else on this side of the globe until a mere 13,000 years ago. These underwater enigmas have stood the test of time, and their secrets are still waiting to be unraveled. But here's where things get even more fascinating and a little unsettling. Because these underwater wonderlands have been around for so long, they've become collectors of sorts, gathering debris from centuries of human activity. In fact, a third of them are now filled to the brim with plastic waste, including discarded trash bags and those infamous 5-gallon buckets. And while some holes still contain natural treasures like cobblestones and even whale skulls, it's a sobering reminder of our impact on the environment. So, what could be behind the formation of these enigmatic pits? Some scientists think it might be all about methane bubbles rising up from the seafloor. But when they dove in to investigate, they found no sign of this gas anywhere. The mystery remains unsolved, folks, and we can't wait to uncover more secrets. So what's really going on here? It seems we've got more questions than answers. Some experts think it might just come down to ocean currents, but so far, no clear connection has been made. Others believe animal activity could be the key, maybe even dating back hundreds of thousands of years. They imagine that these pits started small, and underwater creatures somehow gave them a boost in size over time. It's an intriguing idea, and we know animals do create holes are. Just think of giant squid burrows or coral reef excavations. But for now, the mystery remains unsolved, leaving us to wonder what else might be lurking beneath the waves. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. In 2018, a team from the National Oceanography Center made an earth-shattering discovery, literally. They used an underwater robot to explore the depths of the Pacific Ocean and stumbled upon an astonishing 3,500 massive depressions stretching across an area roughly the size of London. These enormous pits, measuring 2.5 meters wide and a whopping 13 centimeters deep, remained a geological mystery until scientists realized they had to be footprints theirs. But whose? The catch. No known creature, whether on land or sea, could possibly create prints this colossal, especially at depths where life as we know it is scarce. To put it into perspective, even the largest dinosaur footprint ever found would fit neatly inside one of these gigantic impressions. Get ready to have your mind blown. The ocean depths are a true frontier of discovery. While we've explored galaxies and even uncovered black holes in space, the ocean floor remains a largely uncharted territory. In fact, scientists have discovered black holes in the ocean before they found them in space. Although these seafloor depressions might not be the cosmic kind, but rather areas where the water is so deep, light can't escape, effectively making them black to any underwater life. It's a staggering reminder that there's still so much to uncover beneath our waves. Buckle up, because we're diving into some seriously cool science. A team of researchers from Switzerland's ETH Zurich and the University of Miami joined forces to create computer models using satellite data. And what they found is mind-bending, ocean black holes that are almost identical to their cosmic counterparts. These underwater funnels are so intense that nothing tiny can escape, whether it's a microscopic particle, a grain of sand, or even a living organism. And guess where some of these mysterious sinkholes are lurking? The southern Atlantic Ocean is home to many of them. While they might seem like Mother Nature's trash compactors, cleaning up the ocean by sucking in debris and helping warm waters circulate from south to north, it's a bittersweet deal for any creature unlucky enough to get swept in. Let's just say these black holes aren't exactly inviting swim spots, but here's the twist: not everything is sucked in by these oceanic powerhouses. Larger sea creatures might just have a chance to survive their cosmic underwater counterparts. And while some underwater sinkholes aren't literal black holes, they're still pretty somber places. You've probably seen that iconic image of the Great Blue Hole, discovered by the legendary Jacques Cousteau back in '72. He found it was so low on oxygen that complex life couldn't thrive there. Fast forward to 2019, when his own grandson Fabian and billionaire Richard Branson made history by reaching the bottom, a staggering 124 meters deep. This natural wonder is an astonishing 406.8 feet down and 984.2 feet wide, making it one of our planet's most breathtaking underwater destinations. But here's what they found. The Great Blue Hole is actually a massive underwater graveyard for mollusks. Any that accidentally swim in can't get enough oxygen and end up suffocating, leaving their shells scattered across its seafloor. And it turns out our oceans aren't immune to human impact either. Take the Bikini Atoll in the Marshall Islands, where things took a dark turn more than 70 years ago. Between 46 and 58, an astonishing 23 nuclear bombs were detonated there, a shocking testament to humanity's destructive power. Recently, researchers made some disturbing discoveries by mapping out the remnants at the ocean floor. It's a haunting reminder of what we've left behind. The damage from those nuclear tests, absolutely massive, twice the size of NYC's iconic Central Park. The largest crater is a whopping 2 kilometers wide and 250 meters deep, with an unusual oblong shape that's hard to miss. Scientists believe it was formed by two major blasts: Castle Bravo, a 15-megaton behemoth, and Castle Romeo, an 11-megaton monster. Radioactive elements from these explosions are still lurking at the bottom of this crater today. But here's what's even more concerning. It's not just the craters that pose a threat. The seafloor itself can literally disintegrate, and you don't need to dive down to the ocean floor to prove it, because the evidence is already on the surface. Get this, lab tests can actually replicate what's happening to our seafloor. By mixing seawater with the same chemicals found in seaweed soil, scientists have observed it start to dissolve right before their eyes. That's because a huge chunk of the ocean floor is made up of calcite, which we see on land as limestone and chalk. But beneath the waves, this calcite comes from ancient marine life, skeletons, shells, and even algae. This layer acts like an airbag for our oceans, protecting them from the damaging effects of carbon dioxide that can turn water acidic and destroy coral reefs. It's a critical natural defense system, and we're lucky to have it. Here's what we're dealing with: a vicious cycle where more CO2 leads to even more ocean acidification. As the seawater gets more acidic, it breaks down that protective calcite layer faster and faster, creating a snowball effect that makes our oceans even more corrosive. If this keeps going unchecked, let's just say the consequences will be catastrophic for us all. I've talked about this before in my videos, but it bears repeating. If ocean acidification continues, it could mean the end of human existence as we know it. Now, I know some scientists are looking into whether certain underwater events, like those mysterious holes off California's coast, might be linked to CO2 levels. What we do know is that our planet operates on a very delicate balance. Add just a bit too much of anything, and the results can be devastating at every level. It's clear we've reached a critical point with our destructive impact on the planet, literally digging ourselves into a hole. But let's not lose sight of the fact that there is some cause for hope, even in the darkest depths. I've mentioned these oceanic black holes before, and they're still giving us reason to believe we can turn things around when it comes to global warming at sea level. So, what do you think? Is this a turning point where we can actually stop the damage? share your thoughts. If you found this video informative and engaging, hit that subscribe button for more content like this. Don't miss out on our future episodes. Click that bell icon to turn on notifications. And don't forget to show us some love by giving this video a thumbs up.